Hello and welcome to this presentation on the all-new Tampa Two-Day Investment Seminar and live stream. My name is Steve Chappell, the Director of Trading Systems Development here at VectorVest, and I'm delighted to bring you this presentation. And you know, you're right on the cusp of a new year when we start gearing up for our Tampa event, which is our flagship event for the coming year. And it's one not to be missed, and so I hope to lay out all the reasons as to why everyone should consider attending this blockbuster event to kick off 2021. So the big question, right? Why should I attend? Well, one big reason might be you feel inundated with data. Do you have information overload? Well, it doesn't have to be that way. You know, at VectorVest, we pride ourselves in delivering useful information, delivering the answers, not just a bunch of useless data. So let's get to the heart of the matter, shall we? What do we all really want? We want to consistently outperform the S&P 500. And not only do we want to do that, I mean, we want to beat the pants off it, right? Otherwise, just buy the S&P 500 like the so-called experts on TV and other places tell you to do, right? So why do most investors fail to beat the market? Well, there's a couple of big mistakes, the worst of which is having no plan at all. You know what I mean, right? Every day you're still searching for that magical stock pick or two that's going to suddenly change everything. Or perhaps this might be you. You like to follow complicated strategies. You know, boy, this strategy over here really has some meat on it. I mean, look at all the things I need to do to try to be successful. Well, listen up. Making money in the stock market does not need to be complicated. It can be easy when you make a few simple discoveries. So let's talk about how to fix it. How to fix it and fix it for good. The place to start is to find a plan. You don't have to be the genius that creates the plan. All you have to do is find one. Find a simple plan, a proven plan, a time-tested plan, a plan that can be followed or even automated. And so a simple plan really just needs to consist of three main things. Know when it's the right time to buy stocks, find the best stocks for you, and then manage your portfolio in just minutes a day. Wouldn't that be a refreshing change, right? Well, let's break it down. Buying's easy, right? You just need to get a stock tip from your broker app and buy it. The key, though, is to know when to buy stocks to begin with. Market analysis is often overlooked, and investors buy at the worst times possible and sell at the worst times possible. Warren Buffett says that the best time to buy is when blood is in the streets, and he's right. But the real key is to wait for a market to really start rising again, and so you're going to need an objective system that's going to be able to tell you when that's the case. And so let's look at some recent examples and hit some of the highlights from VectorVest market timing signals from just this past calendar year. Boy, you want to talk about saving your bacon. The stock market was roaring up through the end of 2019 into the early stages of 2020, and then the wheels came off, with the whole COVID situation. But VectorVest was right there by your side to get you out of the market almost at the absolute peak. In fact, we started getting you prepared for the potential of some serious downturn a couple of weeks before the market, in fact, did peak. But if you just follow our tried and true market timing signal, look how much harm could have been prevented in your portfolio if you had VectorVest and you listened at that time. And then you want to talk about getting in at the absolute best time possible? VectorVest nailed it for you again and giving you one of the best buying opportunities of a lifetime. If you want to play things a little bit closer to the vest, maybe capital preservation is most important to you. You've got a big multi-million-dollar portfolio. Our VectorVest confirmed call signal was also a blockbuster signal that really could have led to some magnificent gains, all while preserving the capital that you had with peace of mind. And then VectorVest has just nailed market signal after market signal throughout the entire calendar year. And so what we'll do at this two-day investment seminar is talk about how these signals come into play. They're mechanical, they're not guesswork. It's through years and years and years and decades now of experience and having this mechanical system that we know it's the best on the market. And what will really be great is we'll help you identify which of our signals is going to work best for you as an individual and your particular investment style. And boy, when you start matching the right signal to the right investments, you can really, really beat the pants off of the stock market. And so that brings us to number 2. Have you ever given thought to what stocks are truly the best for you? I mean, what your aspirations are, your time frame, your performance objectives to get there on time? Well, you should, and VectorVest makes it easy. But know this. This comes right out of that little green book by our founder, Dr. DeLito, called Stock Strategies and Common Sense. In fact, it's on page 59. And truer words have never been spoken. That little book is just chock full of all kinds of wonderful insights like this. But good portfolio management, it doesn't come on the back end. Not all of it anyway. Good portfolio management starts with buying the right stocks to begin with. That sets you up for success. And again, that amounts to buying the right stocks for you. And so at VectorVest, we have a couple of key indicators that get the job done. This will give you a sense of how we like to do it. We balance risk and reward with a couple of the key indicators that you're going to learn a ton about at the show. But here's kind of the 30,000 foot view. And so we break stock selection down into a few quadrants. You can see from prudent through speculative. And there are 2 key indicators that we highlight to help us balance that risk and reward and key in on finding the right stocks for us. Those indicators are RV, or relative value, and RS, relative safety. RV looks at the upside potential of a company compared to a similar investment in a AAA corporate bond, which is likely to give you the better return. And so if you're a prudent investor, you certainly want to get an attractive return on investment. When we look at relative safety, it looks at the consistency and predictability of financial performance. In layman's terms, although there's about more than a dozen factors, it boils down to what companies grow their earnings quarter after quarter after quarter, year after year after year. They're going to have the higher safety ratings. What you see in that prudent quadrant up there in the top left is you want the best of both worlds. You want your cake and you want to eat it too. You want good upside potential and good safety ratings on the stocks that you pick. And in VectorVest, we can make finding those stocks extremely easy. You'll see that in a moment. If you're a conservative investor, bottom left quadrant, your main priority is relative safety. This slide is not to say you want to go out there and find stocks that have a high safety rating and a low RV. It's that your emphasis is on safety. And again, at VectorVest, we have scans and searches to find stocks that meet those requirements, where preservation of capital is paramount. In the top right corner, you see the aggressive quadrant there. The one attractive thing to look for is a high relative value, because you want high growth. You want stocks that can really move quickly. It's not to say that you don't want some safety. It's that your priority is on upside potential. And then with the speculator, you guys just kind of throw caution to the wind. And the good news, we've even got some searches in VectorVest that can get that job done for you. It's just, you're looking for that home run or two that's really going to make all the difference. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of a grasp of the kind of information we'll be teaching in terms of stock selection. Remember, we're going to spend an entire 2 days, so there's a lot more information naturally that you'll receive. But just to kind of put visual to the numbers, some people need to see things visually to better understand. A prudent stock typically is going to give you smooth sailing, high flying, low volatility patterns. An aggressive position is going to give you far greater short-term price appreciation potential in terms of they're going to have more volatility to them. They're going to shoot up the page a little bit more quickly. And then our job as an aggressive investor is to have the money management tactics and things to maximize those opportunities. Whereas a conservative investor with those high safety stocks, you're going to have very little volatility in stocks that just slowly move up the page, just like the old tortoise who eventually outraces the hair, right? And then with the speculative, those stocks can go all over the place. But if you get on the right side of them, boy, they can give you some explosive gains and give them to you quickly. And so it's just a matter, again, in VectorVest of balancing our indicators to get to the right stocks for you. And we show you how. Then we can look at getting returns of 73%, 69%, 75%, 111%, 200% on just raw stock performance this year since the March low and VectorVest signal to start buying stocks again. And I can tell you this, it only gets better from there because we can take that to the next level in terms of applying some money management and even do much better than that. And so let's talk about management. Managing your portfolio in just minutes a day. Some simple guidelines just to kind of get your feet wet, they'll be more talked about at the show, is to use a dollar-weighted system. If you got $100,000 to invest, 10 positions, $10,000 into each one. That way, you're spreading your risk. Hold 10 to 20 stocks. That way, you can spread your risk far enough to where not one single position is typically going to give you too much consternation. And then consider using industry diversification. Once again, you don't want to get so wrapped up into clean energy or some of these hot sectors that come around where if you're investing for the longer term and those industries or sectors fall out of favor, that it really has a huge impact on your portfolios. Some tips for managing your portfolio. Once you've already entered into the stock market, follow a market timing signal that's going to best fit your style. So again, that goes back to the market timing that we're going to cover comprehensively at the workshop. Never risk more than 1 to 2% in any single position is a law that everyone should live by. 2 at the outermost outside, of risk management. 1, probably a great place for most people to start. So on the case of the 100,000 portfolio, we don't want to risk more than $1,000 in any single position. And just if you think about the math there, $10,000 in a position can't lose more than $1,000. You got to start with around about a 10% stop loss, right? And then we can take that information and leverage it in other ways, but that's the basics, okay? Use Profit Locker. And boy, are you going to see a heavy dose of Profit Locker at this workshop. We've made tremendous strides with this product, and we'll be showing you things that are absolutely going to blow your mind. Here's an example of one of the full, complete plans that you're going to see at the show. And this is from James Penna, or Jim Penna, as you probably know him. He heads up our retirement services division here at VectorVest and does just a bang-up job, right? You guys all know that. But he's got a portfolio that he'll be introducing you to of ruler stocks, which is a scan in VectorVest for high safety stocks that has produced 30% a year since January 2017. And when we relate that to what the experts tell us to do to buy the S&P, you're more than or just right around 2 times better performance on this good, safe, high safety stock portfolio. And so that's what it's all about, but it doesn't stop there. He's also going to show you how to collect dividends, and we realize dividends just don't get you all the way to grandma's house anymore necessarily, like they used to back in the days of the yield premium, if some of you remember that, right? Boy, it'd be nice to get a 10% dividend these days. That was safe, right? But anyway, he'll also show you how to sell options to generate even more income, to make sure that you can get that monthly and sometimes even weekly income that you need. And also how to use options as protection to truly make this entire portfolio worry-free. So the numbers that you see here, it really only goes up from here. This is kind of just your baseline. As we look at this one, this is more for the people that want to take a smaller amount of capital and really put it to work and grow it even faster. This is a swing trading portfolio we talk about and show in our jockey club every single morning. And our experience has been we've made more than 50%, last 3 years in a row. And we're doing it with real dollars, okay? So if you want to kick things up a notch with a smaller portion of your capital, or this could even be all that you do, it's been time tested and proven, and it's also a very simple plan that we're going to detail at the show. We're also going to talk about some cherry picking tactics, and so Midas Touch, this is a quick chart of it. For those of you that already know the Midas Touch, you know what's on the screen. For those of you that don't, you'll learn it at the show. But Dr. David Paul is going to be joining us. Even if for some reason everything goes on, lockdown, he'll be tuning into us over the internet. So we'll have him one way or another, and he's going to detail some of his favorite tactics as well. And so the swing trading portion of the workshop, I think, is also going to be the best yet. So let me walk you quickly through the agenda. It is going to be at the Tampa Airport Marriott. At least that's our extreme hope right now. January 8th and 9th, 2021. Again, this event is going to be live streamed. So you have the potential to just tune in from the comfort of your own couch, at home, if that's something that you'd like to do. Of course, we will be taking some limited seating precautions at the event. And I would say this, just based on signups to this event already, if you're somebody that wants to go to the show, sign up for that part now, and make sure you sign up for the right one. Okay. January 8th and 9th, and this event will happen no matter what. Even if we have to do the event just from right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, this event is going to happen on January 8th, 9th, 2021. Okay. All right, so here's a quick look at the agenda, and you can see day one morning sessions. We have our registration and continental breakfast for people at the event at 8 o'clock. We do the welcome at 9, so we'll go live to everyone at that time. I'll be doing the art of buying low and selling high to kick things off, give you a real true sense of what that actually means, and that it's an art form, and that it's something that we work at and that we get better at all the time. Then we're going to really dig into that by showing you how to do it, right? Which is with market timing and how to become a stock market wizard, which is centered around using some of the basic tools in VectorVest to make some great stock market decisions on the right stocks to buy and how to manage your portfolio from a very simple standpoint. We'll have a nice lunch, then we'll come back. We'll talk about how to find the right stocks for you as an individual. Then how to take those ideas and really test them out and make sure you run them through the ringer a little bit and know the kinds of money management that you want to put around those stocks. After that, we'll talk about how to build and manage that retirement portfolio, something everyone should have. I don't care if you're 19 or 97, you need a retirement portfolio, and Jim's going to do a great job on laying that out. Then we'll adjourn, we'll have a cocktail reception and a special presentation that is going to blow your mind. I mean, I feel like Steve Jobs this year, with his big reveal that he used to love to do. Listen, this thing is just like Apple. It's top secret. There's only a few people here at VectorVest that even know what this is going to be. All right, so don't call support trying to figure it out, but we are going to have a new product reveal. And guys, I feel like this one is going to be an industry disruptor. I mean, this thing is going to blow you away. And so whether you're at the event live or attending by live stream, you'll get the very first look at it. Now, don't worry if for some reason some of you guys and gals can't attend this event in any way, which, listen, it's going to be recorded as well, so anybody can do this event, okay? But we're going to be talking about it this year. You can bet your bottom dollar, and it's probably going to start pretty quick in the year at that. But it's going to be awesome. I just can't wait. Day two, we have a simple method for profitable swing trading. That, again, is Dr. David Paul. Swing trading with moving averages. Great new approach, and you'll learn all about it at the show. We're going to do some refinements with the Midas Touch, and also how you can automate your solutions, which is going to be terrific. In the afternoon, we'll talk a bit about position sizing and trade management. Give you, boy, that's for people that really want to take it to the final step, and so that'll be great. Dr. David Paul will be doing that one as well. I'll take on situational investing, which is all about recognizing what the market is doing and implementing tactics that are consistent with the market behavior. So market kind of runs through phases, there's a right time to buy stocks in terms of bottom fishing. There's a right time to go more high momentum. There's a time then to head towards safety, and then there's a time to get defensive and think about things like contra ETFs or selling stocks short in order to profit when markets begin to head downward. And so that presentation is all about giving you the insights on how to get that job done. Then we'll put it all together, and hopefully, as is the case seemingly every year, as people are walking out, they're going to tell us, hey, boy, this was the best one yet. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear those again this year. So anyway, I figure you got a choice. The choice is do it alone. And it can be done. It really can. Or, listen, great quote from a great man. If I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. And boy, as that relates to what we're talking about here, listen, if you want to make the most of 2021, you need to get to this event. I don't care if you do it from your couch. Get to the event. We'll show you how to make 2021 the best year yet. Okay? And so, so here you got it. Special deal. Order now, you save $300. It's only $195 for this event. All that information I just talked about, $195, which is an incredible, listen, that's the lowest price. Nobody gets a price lower than that. Don't call support trying to ask for one. That is the lowest price there will ever be. as far as because there's some costs involved with this event, right? But anyway, $195 is a terrific deal. One thing to mention, everybody that attends the event, either live or virtually, will receive a $100 voucher good for any VectorVest product or service on top of that $300 price reduction. So that can be applied towards your annual renewal or any new product and service that you may want to pick up, but it's only good at the event. It's only good at the event. Okay, so, and we're not going to write you a check for $100 or give you $100 in cash, right? But that if you just think about it, it's like going to the event now for only $95. If you know you're going to be a VectorVest subscriber next year, because at minimum, what you do is you take that and you apply it to your annual subscription. That's what you do. Okay. So there's two ways to sign up. First way there, VectorVest.com/Tampa. That's for the live and in person. And please, 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 guys, if you think you're going to be one that's going to want to attend live, sign up with that one, because with COVID and everything, we need to try to make sure that we've got all of our ducks in a row and we're planning correctly for the event. Or if you're somebody that wants to try to skip all of that, I certainly would understand. And we'll have the live stream offer there as well with the VectorVest.com/stream. And boy, last year, and I think even the years before, I've seen, Beirut and all throughout Europe and Australia and just Asia Pacific. It's been great to see people tuning in from all over the world at these events. And so we hope that those people are going to be you, listening to this right now. And guys, I'll say it one last time. If you want to make the best of 2021, this is where you want to kick things off with. And January 8th, 9th, the Tampa Two-Day event or live stream. We'll see you there.